Good evening, distinguished Wizards fans. I'm Sully,
I'm Raj.
and this is the Bullets of Wizards podcast. And pour one out. It's the end of the season, the end of the worst Wizards season of all time. Pour one out. Chug it up. For those of you listening on the podcast, I just chugged a lot of sweet tea. What'd you chug?
I chugged a lot of water, Wizards water, my Wizards cup.
Okay, like Jordan's secret stuff right there. Yeah, I don't know, man. There could be anything hiding in that bottle. It's been a long season, a long season. But we've finally reached the end of the road after losing to the one seed, the 64 win Celtics today on April 14th. The season is finally over. And man, oh my! The end of the season is so funny to me, just because how every team deploys like their G League lineups. Like here, the Celtics starting lineups today had like Luke Cornett in it, Svi Mihailuk, Sam Hauser, Payne Pritchard, like Jordan Walsh. Like that is a hilarious starting lineup. It's hilarious that we lost too. Like I know our team doesn't have much, but I mean, Corey, Denny, I believed you to at least beat Jordan Walsh. But regardless, it's. Are you relieved that the season's over, Raj?
I'm so ready. I've been like waiting. Like at least every episode, you could probably tell that I've been counting down. It's like 5 more games till the season ends, 4 more games till the season ends, 3 more games. I'm ready, bro. I just want the draft to come ASAP.
Yeah, like I don't know. A losing team could be entertaining, but I'm gonna be real. A lot of the game, like this team had moments of brightness, and it was cool to see like Denny get better and all that. But overall, this team was very painful to watch this season. Like this is definitely one of the most painful teams I've watched in my Wizards fandom time.
And
But
I'm
hey,
not gonna lie, the games like before All Star break, horrendous. Post All Star break games were actually sort of fun to watch. I mean, Poole kind of unlocked himself. And then Brian Keefe like kind of came in. Everyone started showing more effort, all of that. Like we
the
still
team was
lost a lot, but during like the West, like just the start of the season, those were so horrendous to watch. It was horrible.
yeah, the team definitely got a lot more fun to watch once the young guns actually got playing time. Like the whole Shamit, Gallinari, Muscala days beginning of the year, that was like. And this team never got a center. In fact, it got worse because they got rid of their best center. But regardless, I mean, we got Bagley. Ben Bagley has been gone for like what feels like forever. So, R.I.P. Marvin Bagley, I guess. But regardless, just thank goodness the season's over. And yeah, on this episode, we're gonna recap the games over the final week of the season against the Timberwolves, the Bulls, and the Celtics. All losses, but hey, whatever. At least we're technically the 14th seed in the East, so yeah, that's nice. I guess in the famous Nut Dust Bowl, we're not on the bottom, so that's always lovely. And then yeah, we're gonna do some quick player awards for the season. But that should be a pretty fun episode just to recap the end of the season. And then off season we'll go a lot more in depth on a lot of the topics, the pressing issues, free agency draft. But we'll save that for future off season episodes. But yeah, before we get deeper in this episode, let's quickly say hi to our good buddy, the Wizard's Cat. All right, let's do some recaps of the last week. All right, hit me with what happened in the Timberwolves game, Raj.
So, you guys have probably heard about this game. I mean, this is the game Anthony Edwards dropped his career high 51 points on our team, but the Wizards lost 130 to 121. And like you said before, we don't have any centers. I mean, all three centers on the roster, including Bagley, Rashawn, Tristan, I mean, somewhat a center, they all missed this game due to injury. And we just had a depleted front court. I mean, the Wizards didn't play at all in the first. I mean, they didn't phase the Wizards at all in the first quarter. I mean, Jordan Poole and Corey Kispert drained a couple of threes. They started the game off. I think it was like 19-5, and the hot start.
End of the
Yeah,
first quarter, it was 44-26. So yeah.
yeah,
So the Wizards got off to a hot start, but then immediately the Timberwolves outscored them in every other quarter. So it was a hot start the team couldn't maintain. Yeah, continue.
yeah. I mean, if you watched it, you saw that we had a couple of bad passes, which just led to easy buckets for Minnesota. I mean, it allowed them to climb to within 10 points by halftime. And obviously, he paced Minnesota with 21 points. Poole led Washington with 17. And the Wizards took a double-digit lead into the locker room, 70-60. And then after halftime, like you just said, it was all Minnesota. I mean, Nikhil Alexander Walker was the story. I mean, scoring at will. He just brought his squad all the way back after trailing as many as 21 points. So they took the lead 92-89. And then from that moment on, I mean, the Wizards did continue to fight, but their hot start just went away. Um, they just couldn't make some tough shots, and they couldn't sustain that level of offense that they had in the first quarter. And then, the Timberwolves did what they usually do. Rudy Gobert blocked shots and didn't miss. He dropped 51, and it just led to the loss. So, yeah.
Yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, nice shout out to Nikhil Alexander Walker. He's a very lengthy guy, so definitely a guy that could take advantage of the Wizards' lack of size. Like, I feel like Bilal would be like a great Nikhil Alexander Walker stopper, but Bilal has been out. But yeah, he dropped 23, just keeping the Timberwolves afloat in the second half. Mike Conley also had a steady game. I compare Mike Conley as like a better version of Tyus Jones. Like they have the same like steady, slow down the pace of game, like game manager kind of point guard style, but just Conley shoots more efficiently, just better at like matching what his teammates need. He helps unlock Anthony Edwards. So Mike Conley only 15 points in 28 minutes, but he definitely did a lot to just see where the Wizards' lapses were on defense and guide the Timberwolves to the win. And then yeah, as you mentioned, Gobert 19 points, 16 boards. Every center lights up the Wizards, but yeah, Gobert's shot blocking was
Dude, there was some
yeah.
Gobert Gill beef, remember?
Oh
They
yeah,
started like squaring up and like staring at each other, talking trash. Dude, that was
Gobert low
I
key
didn't know
like
Gilda had that in him, man. Goodness.
I know Mr. Nice Guy getting into a fight, but Gobert does have he's a little bit of a hothead. He fought with Draymond earlier in the year and all that. So, but yeah, it's just first quarter I was hyped. I was like, yeah, this is hashtag so Wizards. Like keep on beating on like these weird like these good teams like in the West because especially after the random Bucks win we had like 2 weeks ago. It's like okay, let's just do it again. Let's be another good team. But yeah, the team that fell apart. As I've said multiple times, the talent gap showed itself and eventually the better team won. And we had a little bit of argument over this. We realized over the game, this isn't really Wizard related, but it's kind of Timberwolves related. But I like Anthony Edwards a lot as like a non-Wizards player, but Raj hates Anthony Edwards. I don't get that.
And I don't know. He's just interesting. Like he's I just
51.
whenever I see clips of him, it's just he like
He's
pisses me off.
he's a high flyer. His head touches the rim all the time.
Like his highlights are cool, but it's just as a player, I don't know. I don't know. He's just like
He has a jumper. It's not like he doesn't have a jumper. He's more of a jumper than like Giannis or. So I'm not saying
his
he's not
personality. I don't know.
I'm not saying he's better than Giannis, but like he's well rounded. Like he can like I don't know. You were talking about how you like Zion. I'm like, why do you like Zion?
Zion's
He's like
cool, dude. He like
he's the
jumps
definition
high.
of no work. That's what Ant does.
Nah, buddy, he's just better.
Ant actually goes to the gym. Zion just like drinks milkshakes.
Milkshakes are pretty good. Can you blame the
Anthony
guy?
Gill. Anthony Gill loves dinner, but like he knows not to take the team for milkshakes. He keeps the team healthy. Anthony Gill knows a proper dinner.
Yeah, well, okay.
Gill had 15-9. Gill had a really good last week of the season. I'm not gonna lie. Gill shout. We keep shouting out Anthony Gill, but have another shout out Anthony Gill. You really showed out. But yeah, then after that was another tight loss. It was Friday, April 12th against the Bulls. Against the Bulls, what the hell lineup was that? I don't know what the Bulls deployed against us. We lost against that lineup, and the Bulls like Wizards once again got off to a strong first quarter start. They led 40-33, but after that, it was just the Bulls gained control of the game. And it was like, what the heck? Like, why is Adama Sanogo having a 20-20 game against us? Like, he was a beast for UConn a year ago, but not like why is he dominating the NBA Washington Wizards? And like, the lineup had like Onrap Batim, Turkish legend Onrap Batim. I love that guy, but he should not like if he's starting against you, your team should not lose to him. Javante Green, Dalen Terry, like Torrey Craig. Like I like Torrey Craig, but it was a horrible Bulls team. I don't know if I don't know. We're taking team, but losses like this are just what the heck. But yeah, what'd you see? What'd you see for the Bulls game?
So, like you just mentioned, yeah, no, this Bulls team it was like a battle of the benches, sort of at Capital One. I mean, they sat Demar, Vucevic, all that, and the Wiz were shorthanded as well. Okay, they didn't have Kuz, Ty's pool, but it's still not an excuse to lose to this roster. I mean, okay, Kobe White can be a bucket, but who else? Who else? Like Sanogo,
it,
Sanogo
it was
just
just
owned
Kobe
us.
White.
Watching it was horrendous. Um, I would say
It's
Avia
no,
was like the best player on the floor, but
Yeah, Tanogo's been
Uh,
like a two. He's been like a G League player for the Bulls most of the season, so it's like any center could have his night against us.
yeah, and the Wizards. I mean, they played well. At least Vucevic got his career high 20. I mean, not 20, 19 points. Johnny Davis 15 points, 4 for 5 from three, which really surprised me. Jared Butler 15 points, and then Kispert Avdia 23, 24 points, all of that. But they played well, I would say. It's just we couldn't stop. We didn't have a center, or like at least Vucevic could not
Defense.
guard Sonogo at
No,
all.
the offense was fine. I like the offense of the game. Just the
Yeah, it's just our
defense.
defense was.
Everyone like I saw Avdia getting like if Avdia is getting cooked by Tim, I don't know what's going on right now. And then also, Baldwin played 41 minutes.
Oh
he,
yeah.
he got a double double, but he played 41. That's like, is that really impressive if you got a double double playing 41 minutes? Especially because you know how like NBA stats, people are always like, oh yeah, look at this player, his per 36 minute stats. Oh my god, Amarui averages 24 points in per 36 minutes, whatever. Oh my god, I'm like, per 36 stats don't mean that much to me personally. Just I'm like, if you gave every player 36 minutes, you can't just mathematically like times two their points per game just because they put off the bench. It's not how that's not how like real life the practical application works. Like so, I don't really buy into that. But I'm just saying like yeah, like if you have 41 minutes, yeah, if you're like the only like one of the few tall guys on the team, you better get 12 rebounds. So I know like Drew Gooden's really high on like Patrick Baldwin right now, but I don't. The defense still scares me. I appreciate his shot came back the last few weeks of the season, but I don't know how many big men without defense we can have, but yeah, I don't know. Jared Butler double double, good playmaker. That's I heart Jared Butler. So, yeah. Anything else you noticed from the Bulls game?
I mean, this. I think this was Denny's first game as a point guard, and I would say he did pretty decent. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 9 for 15 from the field. It was also pretty interesting to see Denny point guard. I mean, I don't think he's definitely not better than pull up point guard, but he did pretty well with what he had. I mean, with what he had on the floor.
Okay, you know what Denny point guard. You know what the Wizards are trying to do, right?
No.
Doncic. They're trying to make him like Doncic because
Oh,
Doncic is like a big point guard. Like when Doncic was drafted, people were kind of thought he'd be a small forward kind of guy, but no, he's such a good ball handler that he became a point guard. And they're trying to do that with Denny. And honestly, I remember when Denny got drafted, like he's always had the Luka comparison for some reason. I think it's just because they got drafted in the similar era, and they're both. I don't know.
I
They
don't know.
both
I
look.
don't. I don't
I'm a
see
bit.
the Luca comparison, to be honest.
I'm gonna be real. It's just. I think it's just Europeans drafted in the first round in similar years. But I mean, I remember when Denny got drafted. I was scouting him a little bit, and in Israel, he had a little bit of like a ball handler and like passing abilities and all that. But it kind of disappeared in NBA. Partly, okay, this is a real big callback. I kind of blame Scott Brooks for Denny's the beginning of his career because Scott Brooks did not let Denny handle the ball at all. He tried to make him like a 3-and-D player, which Denny still isn't. His 3-point shot has come around, but I would not describe him as a 3-and-D player. Like cutting to the rim, slashing is a big part of Denny's game, and so he's had in Israel some playmaking abilities, but hasn't shown the NBA. And like the Wizards just haven't bothered to let him ball handle much the last few years, and I guess with the current roster, might as well. If both Poole and Tyus are out, you got no point guards left. I mean, DeLon cut, Rollins cut. I mean, that's why Jared Butler got a double double, and Jared Butler impressing me. He has more playmaking chops than I thought. I really thought he was only a score first guard, but he's a little bit more than that. So, like I said, I heart Jared Butler.
And not a lot of people are talking about Tristan here. I mean, 19 points. He started off the game. I think he scored most of the points in the first quarter for us. I mean, I was super surprised when I saw he was knocking down those threes. I mean, he only scored two threes, but I think he scored those two threes in the first quarter. I'm like, okay, he can shoot a bit. And I remember he made a cool behind the back pass to Jared Butler. I don't remember what quarter it was in, but like, okay, he's starting to feel comfortable out there. That's what I like to see. So I hope he really continues like just this improvement next season. But I like what I'm seeing from Tristan so far.
I
It's just
like
his
Tristan.
defense.
Same thing. I like Tristan more than I like PBJ. I'll say that. Like Tristan can do a little. I was a little bit wrong on him at first. Tristan can do a little more on offense and just chuck threes. Like he has a little bit of small game around the rim. I wouldn't say he's a post up guy, but he can do a little bit more than just spot up the three. So I'll give him that. And then also, yeah, I know I'm jumping a little ahead of here, but Tristan ended the season averaging 8.5 points per game. That's kind of I was not expecting him to like. Honestly, I was expecting him to just come in, play a few games. average 3 points per game, kind of like a Xavier Cooks type stat line. But no, like yeah, Tristan, like you're better than Xavier Cooks. I'll give you that. Like Xavier Cooks made you
Savio
smile.
Cooks.
Hope
You just
he's having
reminded
fun.
me about him.
What a
Uh,
guy! It was NBL, not like the Australian NBL MVP. Plays in DC for like a quarter season, gets cut. I think he's just back in Australia now. He just came to the NBA for a few weeks and just tipped. It's hilarious. But yeah, speaking of foreign ball, did you see the thing, the whole like article about Tristan said he's happier in the NBA because he's like it's more free and he was like depressed playing overseas. Did you see that little article?
I didn't read it, but I only know about it because you told me.
Okay, you could have pretended like you already knew about it because I
Okay,
told
well,
you.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah, but yeah, a little behind the scenes here. Me and Raj like every day we text each other the most random Wizards news, and so yeah, like we keep each other up to date that way. But I just thought it was an interesting headline, and how like yeah, definitely Tristan Vucevic. I think his European coaches weren't crazy about him just because he couldn't play defense, but in the modern NBA, you know what? You're a 3 point shooter. You can kind of get away not playing defense. So ain't that dandy, Tristan? You seem to be liking it here, and I don't know. You're a nice guy. I saw you like interacting with some kids in the stands, and when you were mic'd up, you seem like a pretty nice guy. Did you see the kid that like dissed him for the high five?
What? I haven't seen this either.
It was just during the TV broadcast. Yeah, they were doing. He was like high fiving kid, and the kid just like turned around. I was like, damn, dude, you want to high five Tristan Vucevic?
Dang. Yeah, I haven't heard about that one.
The kid was like 3, so I don't think it was personal, but I thought it was funny. But yeah, um, glad to see Tristan did well, and then he didn't play the final game against the Celtics because I don't know. Everybody has phantom injuries. I think Tristan he did clutch his knee a lot. I noticed in the Bulls game, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, as usual, last game of the season, a lot of people are out for both the Wizards and Celtics. And yeah, I think we should. You might ready to do a little recap of today's Celtics game.
Little Celtics game. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling up the box score. The Wi-Fi is a bit slow right now. Right. Okay. Before I recap this game, I'm just gonna read out this roster for the Celtics. Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett, Peyton Pritchard. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Jordan Walsh.
Did you skip over Shvi Mihailuk?
Him. Yes, him.
Why are you disrespecting Shvi Mihailuk?
I
Like
don't know how to
he was a
pronounce that
ball.
name.
He was a baller in the baller in the Lakers, baller in the Pistons. Like he's been around, and he cooked us for 26 points. So put some respect on Shvi Mihailuk's name.
My bad, Svi. And then, I mean, their rookie, Jordan Walsh, Xavier Tillman, all these other guys. I mean, looking at the roster, you would think, okay,
Yeah.
maybe we had a chance. But
Big shout out to Nemis Keta. Nemis Keta cooked us, man. Nemis Keta, he was like hanging on the rim, I swear, like every play against us.
who
Wait,
I don't know.
okay, I was like, this is random. So I'm gonna be real. I'm a big NBA nerd, but there's some players I just on this Celtics team that I don't know. This is the only reason why I don't have them as a finals pick for me, just because I don't think their bench is that deep. If I'm being honest, like, okay, I know like Drew Peterson is former USC player. I know he's just like a two-way guy for them or something like that, and that's fine. Whatever, he's not important. And also, this is funny. JD Davison on the stat sheet right now on the that I have pulled up, it has his full name, Jadarian Devontae Davison, for some reason instead of JD is listed. That's funny, but there's some really random names like on their deep bench. I have no idea who they are. But besides that, like Luke Cornett is fine, but I see most even backup centers would cook Luke Cornett in the end, like in a playoff roster. Sam Hauser is cool, but I feel like he doesn't. I don't know. He's a little bit of he's either on or off kind of. Painter Pitcher's nice. I'll give him that. Good backup point guard, but Shvi is fine. Yeah, but like Springer, Nemus Keita, O'Shea Brissett, like I don't know. I just feel like the Celtics team isn't the deepest. Against the Wizards team, they can cook, but I don't. I'm not trying to get like a Celtics podcast to flame me or anything, but I don't know. It's not a deep team, and that's why this loss is frustrating to me. Just because, yeah, just guys like Street Mihailuk were cooking us.
And it was a rough game for like the usual, Wizards starters, especially Kispert Avdia. I mean, they scored single digit points. Kispert had 8 points. Denny had 9. And you told me today, Denny had kind of like a Kyle Kuzma play style a bit. I mean, looking at his numbers, he shot 3 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from three. So that does look like a coup stat line. And Kisper, really off night for him. 0 for 5 from three, 3 for 9 from the field. So I mean, low key, if they just played like they usually do, then we could have won this game. But everyone else, I mean, Patrick Baldwin 17 points, Anthony Gill 12 points, Eugene Amarui 26 points, Jared Butler nice little 22, Jules Bernard 33, Champagny
Oh, oh, 30,
29.
you said 30,
I mean,
13,
13,
not
13,
30.
13, 13. My bad, my bad.
I
Jules
would love
Bernard
30
13,
from.
13 for him. I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch the game. You watched the game. I couldn't stand one more Wizards game, but looking at the stats,
You
it
you
could have
watched the
been
first
winnable.
half?
I didn't watch the game.
Not at all.
No,
Okay.
I
Oh,
couldn't.
I,
I
I
couldn't do
I
that
like
to
that you
myself.
I like that when you admit you skip games. I At the very least, like I try to like watch like the condensed like like on NBA.com the condensed highlights the like 15-20 minutes. I usually try to watch that if I miss the game just to give you guys a good analysis. But this game, I don't know why I stuck this game out too. If I'm being honest, I guess the last game of the season I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like Jules Bernard's actually getting playing time, and I love Jules Bernard. I love Jules, but so I was just like, oh, this is interesting to me. And trust me, third quarter we were down like 20. I really wanted to change the channel. I was like, I was thinking I was gonna put on like the NASCAR race was happening around that time. The Nats game came on right. I was hoping, yeah, the Nats game came on after this. I would definitely change it to the Nats game if the Nats game came on earlier, but it unfortunately didn't. Also, the Nats had a really painful loss today against the Athletics. They blew a 5-run lead. That I'm really not happy as a DC sports fan today. But yeah, it's just PBJ had another. I'm gonna say it. PBJ had another stat pattern game. Little he knows how to because he is open a lot. I feel like he's just not on the scouting report for other teams, and that's why he gets open looks. Same thing with Johnny. Like Johnny had that 15-point game against the Bulls, but I really think it was just because no one really wanted to guard him. Because the scouting report says leave that man open. So like that. So he's finally been making some of them wide open shots, but he still does his little every game like brick to lay up, and it's like okay.
And
And
then Eugene did what we signed him for. 11 for 17 from the field, 4 for 6 from three, 26 points. I don't know. This is the Eugene I'm used to seeing instead of like the tunnel vision Rui Hachimura Eugene Amaru. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
don't know.
he definitely he still have a tunnel vision, but he made his shots today, and he's
Yeah,
been
he made
quiet for a few
shots this
weeks.
time.
He was quiet for a bit, but yeah, just it is nice. That last end of the game, end of season, just stat padding, 26 from Eugene. That's nice, but yeah, overall, like all the lineups in the NBA's the last day of the season, also the final scores. Like some of these final scores from today's games, they made me like the Pacers scoring 157 on the Hawks day. It made me go like, what the heck? Or okay, I'm gonna say something. You promise not to get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
You promise. Put your picky up. Okay. Some of these scores, like the Mavs getting blown out crazy by the Thunder, or like I said, the Pacers dropping 157. Some of these scores, they made me sit there in my chair, and they made me go, "What the Sigma?" And I was just like, like I'm sorry to give you. There was no better way to describe it. I'm sorry to subject
No,
you
no.
to
You
brain
know what I
rot.
thought you were gonna say? Because you were talking about the Pacers, right? And in my head, oh, I thought he's gonna say, what if we did have Tyrese over Denny? No,
No,
that, that is
I
not.
still
This is not what I heard. What I was
okay.
expecting.
Well, I mean, I still believe in Tyrese over Teddy. As great as Teddy's become, I still believe in that. But no, I just want to give you some Squidward brain rot.
All right, some brain rot. Okay.
Okay, also, looking at our Spotify demographics, I honestly don't think that joke is gonna resonate with our age group that we have right now in our demographics. Because I'm real. Some of y'all are like real adults, and I appreciate all of you listening. Whether you're 70, whether you're 5, whether you're 20, appreciate you listening. But there are a lot of you like over 20 that listen to us according to the analytics, which is cool. But when I say stuff like some Gen Z humor, I definitely don't think it's gonna resonate with you all.
You guys should be grateful that you don't know what the Gen Z humor is. Just be grateful. That's all I can say.
Uh, what which Wizards players do you think have the Gen Z humor?
Jules Bernard, definitely
Yeah,
Jules Bernard.
Jules is young enough. Bilal is literally our age, but
I don't think
maybe
I don't know if Bilal's caught up with the Gen Z humor.
he's too French and he's too like. I
Yeah,
feel like he's the kind of guy that doesn't use his phone, which is great. But
yeah, yeah.
I don't think Bilal would know. Kuz is too old.
Low
Young a
key
young. If
Pool, low key.
I feel like Pool's too old for Gen Z humor too.
Well, he's a little bit goofy, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like he just looks at like Instagram models. I don't think he actually like looks up like memes.
I can low key see like Rashawn Holmes a little bit. Actually, nah.
Rashawn is old
No,
AF.
never mind.
a
Never
30
mind.
like a 30-plus-year-old man is not looking up like Sigma memes or,
It's
or
definitely just Jules Bernard. I mean, Johnny Davis, nah. I don't think
Johnny
Johnny
Davis.
Davis.
He has like a kid.
Yeah,
So
it's just Jules Bernard.
I don't know why sorry, Jules. I don't mean to target you, but you're kind of the only player like that fits this description on this team right now. Maybe definitely Ryan Rollins if he was still on the team, but
Oh, 100%.
yeah, that man's gone.
Ryan Rollins, bro.
Actually, I think I think though like Kuzma and stuff know like about like LeBron like "You Are My Sunshine" meme and all that.
Oh, they everyone who watches the NBA knows about the "You Are My Sunshine" meme.
Right.
100%.
Did you see that definitely real TikTok where all of Capital One Arena was chanting "You Are
Yeah,
My
yeah, yeah,
Sunshine"?
yeah, yeah.
That was real, right?
100%. It was definitely real.
What's your favorite LeBron variant? Because there's normal LeBron. There's like a drill LeBron. If you're familiar with like British drill rap, there's Le Bumbo Cat. That's my favorite personally. That's
Le
like a reggae
Indian.
like Indian. There's also
Le
the
Indian,
Irish.
100%.
There's there's Lay Jazz. Lay Jazz is pretty good. Um, but Le Bumbo Cat is definitely my personal. You never heard like Le Bumbo Cat? You are my sunshine, my only sun. You like Bob Marley, right? Like reggae. Yeah, you should. Oh, hey, that's your homework for you and all our listeners. Look up La Bumbo Clat after this episode. That's your homework because there's obviously no more Wizards basketball to watch. I mean, you can watch playoff basketball, I guess. You can watch hockey,
Go
I
Mavs.
guess. No, don't watch the Mavs. No, unless if you want to support Gafford, go for it. But otherwise, don't watch the Mavs. Well, just watch the Mavs are a fun team, actually. Yeah, I mean, go watch Beyond the Suns, I guess. I don't know.
Nah.
Go watch Rui on the Lakers. Go
Nah.
watch DeLon on the Heat and
Nah.
Thomas Bryant.
They're all boring. Watching Luka and Kyrie and Gafford is so much more fun, I would say, than like LeBron and like Devin Booker and Jimmy
Would you bet
Butler.
money? Would you bet money on on a Mavs finals run?
I think they're gonna lose to the Clippers.
First round.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not opposed to that because the Mavs have a lot of hype around them right now, and also the Clippers. Like, I feel like Kawhi needs to remind people who he is. Like, I feel like people are sleeping on Kawhi too much. It's like the top when people talk about top players, like nobody mentions Kawhi anymore. But I really think he should. Like, he's still the
Playoff
clock.
Kawhi is definitely a thing, so he just has
Playoff
to,
Kawhi is still a 30-point per game, like defensive
yeah.
player of the year assassin, like the laugher. Like he still has it in him. He's just been hurt. If you just please don't get hurt in the first round, Kawhi is insane. I think PG-13. I mean, sometimes there's playoff P, sometimes there's pandemic P, but I think we'll see playoff P this postseason. But yeah, definitely we deviated a little bit from Wizards talk, but the offseason I think we'll do a couple of playoff recaps if it doesn't involve the Wizards. Just we'll talk about the first round, second round, pump out content, and also we got other takes besides Wizards takes. As you can see, we have a lot. I got a lot of thoughts on the NBA.
Yeah, I have other things as well.
Yeah, like I can joke about Corey Brickspert all day or something, but I can also joke about just like Tim Hardaway. He's pretty bad right. He's pretty cold shooting recently. So like I got hot takes for every team. Don't worry, but yeah, back to Wizards talk. We mentioned at the beginning of the episode we want to do some quick player awards. I don't have any trophies. Actually, no. Here, I have some trophies. Now that I think about it, here let's start. I have this bear on my desk. This is gonna be Let's just start the big award. Most valuable wizard this year. Then we'll get this
Denny
bear.
Ogdia.
Yeah, here you go, Denny. Denny, you can have the bear. But yeah, that's an easy one. I mean, Kuzma statistically is the best player, but we would look at the actual games, especially just Denny has had a bigger impact in the
Denny just
second
did
half of the season.
everything, man. Kuzma, okay, he scored, yeah, averaged like 22, 23, but Denny was just all around, literally everything. Defense, passing.
I don't know.
No, not passing. But just, you know what I mean? Denny is just the MVP. He's just the MVP of
I'm
this
a
team.
I don't know. I don't fully agree on the defensive take. I feel like Denny took. At times he disappointed me. I saw him get cooked by the most random players this season on defense, and I
Who's
was
better
like,
than him on defense on this team?
below.
Bilal didn't play enough to make defensive player of the
Yeah,
year, so it's got to be
you're
Denny.
you're not give. Okay, we agree Denny MVP just because Kuz he didn't make his teammates better. That's the main reason I'm
Yeah,
gonna give like best player raw skill set, sure, but most valuable emphasis on the value. It's Denny right now. I think
100%.
even and then, but in terms of okay, let's go to defensive player. The defensive player
Denny.
of the year award. Hold on, let me show the trophy. They'll get this little duck.
Oh, not my fault. Okay.
This duck will be the defensive player of the year award. But really, you're going Denny?
Denny. Who else?
Denny?
Bilal did not play enough. He missed the whole second half of the season.
66. He played 66 games. That's enough. Wait,
Do you think
NBA
Bilal
rule.
played better defense than Denny?
I saw Bilal get cooked less than Denny.
Well, it's because Bilal's guarding like, oh, he's guarding I don't know players.
I could just see sometimes Denny would check out on defense a bit more than I liked though, and I get it. We get blown out a lot, but sometimes it's just I feel like he backed down from some of like the top like young Denny. He would not make a three to save his life, but he would guard Giannis like he was trying to save his life. But this year he's like, you know what, Giannis, you're better than me. Just go ahead and dunk. That's what Denny did this year at times, and Denny had his moments like 100% better defender than like Kuz this year, sure. But I would rather give it to Bilal because, like I said, the NBA rule, you know, like the NBA award rule, you have to play at least 65 games. Bilal clears that, like barely, but he does clear that rule. So
I still stand by
okay,
Denny.
oh shoot, I'm stupid. He played 63 games.
Ooh, womp womp. Denny.
This is why we fact checked.
Denny
This is why
gets the duck.
okay. Can
Who
I give it to
else?
Can I give it to
No,
Rashawn?
you're not giving it to Rashawn. No. Are you
Can I give it to
serious?
Eugene? I don't want to give it to Denny.
Denny's getting most of the awards, man. He's getting most improved. He's getting defensive player. He's getting most valuable. All right, Denny, just give him this whole season. All right,
Okay, yeah,
it's
most
done.
improved.
Most improved, Denny. Done.
Most improved award is this
Done, Denny.
this little jar of Reese's Pieces is most improved award. Denny, yeah, you can have that. I agree. He's definitely the leap. Like I loved the contract extension just because it was a really good value, even for who Denny used to be. But now it's a really, really good value. 4 years, about 55 million. I'm really happy with that contract extension we signed at the beginning of the year. But it's just been cool to see like he got money, but he kept working, and I really appreciate that from Denny. And just like in terms of just like he has that second level that he did not have before, and he could be close. Hot take, he could be close to like a 17, 18 point per game score next year. I think he has that in him.
I think he will. Definitely possible. If we get rid of Kuz, it's possible.
I also see a world where
he can't handle where Denny's scoring 18 with Kyle Kuzma right next to him. Nah.
I kind of I don't. Nah. Yeah, you're right. But also, I can see if take out Kuz, Denny becomes like the top guy that other teams guard, and I can see Denny like not matching up to that well. Okay, I really want to see Denny succeed, but like I also if like Kawhi puts all his effort on Denny because Denny's the Wizards' best player on the scouting report, I don't see Denny.
Did Kawhi guard Denny this season, anyways? Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, he did. So
I don't remember if Kuz.
I think Denny will be used to it. I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, he's only going to get better from here.
So is this like his? He came in the league really young, which helps him. I mean, he is like it's like his fourth, fifth year now, so he could plateau at any second if we're being honest. But also, he could still keep making a jump, and I think he's still young. He'll. I think there's another like half level. I don't know about. I think All Star is a bit of a stretch. I don't think Denny will get that far, but All Star fringe, I think, is a ceiling that is realistic for him. All
I
right, so
agree.
you gave MVP, you gave Most Improved. Begrudgingly, Defensive Player of the Year for the Wizards goes to Dene. You can't give him Rookie of the Year. Can't do that.
Be cool gets that.
Yeah, okay. Let's ignore the 65 game rule just because I'm not giving
Well,
Tristan Vucevic the.
Tristan didn't play, so
He
yay,
didn't play enough,
blah.
yeah. Just to give it to. This was Jules' rookie year, so I could give it to Jules.
Nah, nah.
um, Trying to think. What are the rookies? I mean, Trey Jamison is like 2 games. Is technically eligible for this award by our rules.
I mean, I saw someone do a little redraft of last year's draft. Bilal went down. I mean, he went up to the sixth pick in the NBA draft. So I, I'm so mad he got injured. I'm also mad we didn't get a revenge on the Bulls. So
What? I don't. Stop hating. DeRozan's a
no,
nice
how
guy.
dare you hurt a rookie? How dare you?
I agree. It would have been awesome to see Bilal like get some like 40-minute per game kind of games, and if Baldwin's getting
Like he
41,
was the
Bilal
only
definitely would have
person I
got
was
41.
looking to like watch for the rest of the season, and then I found out he gets injured for the rest of the season. It was just like okay.
And I think if he played the last 2 weeks of the season, I think he would have had like 2 or 3 like 20-point games or something, and that would have been cool to see for his confidence too. But he at least he has the whole offseason. He's going to get a lot better. I think we're going to see like I think we're going to see a Bilal attack the rim a lot more next year. Like I don't know if his jumper is going to make a huge leap, but I really feel like something inside of me just says like he's going to take advantage of his length, athleticism, and also have a better handle. Like I remember they were talking on the broadcast today against the Celtics that Bilal, even though his like right wrist is like unusable right now, he's been like practicing dribbling with his left hand because that's all he can do right now. So he's putting the effort in.
Yeah, I'm happy he's
Like
putting
that
in the work.
kid's 19, so I call him kid when he's our age, but
Kid, exactly.
but like I said, that kid, yeah, rookie of the year.
Perfect. What
We could do
about?
we could do
Yeah, I
coach
was
of
just
the
about to
year.
say, coach.
It's a Keith versus Wes.
Hmm.
Well, let's want to give it
Keith,
to like
done.
assistant coach.
Done. Keith, done.
What if I want to give it to Mike Miller, assistant coach Mike Miller, assistant
Oh,
coach Zach Guthrie,
I only know Zach Guthrie. He's like the other one I know.
assistant coach David Vanderpool,
Assistant coach of the year.
assistant coach Steve. That is not an award. Not even, and that would be an awesome NP award. That would be a pain to vote for
I'll
because
give it to
everyone just.
Zach Guthrie because he's the only other one I know. And David Vanderpool. But like I know Zach Guthrie more.
But yeah, that's an easy one. We're not forgetting any awards, right?
We could do like some random like clutch player.
That's a real NBA award now, which is
Is it?
so yeah, it's so interesting. It was like new last year.
Who won it last
Also,
year?
was it DeRozan? It might have been DeRozan.
Clutch player
It
of
was
the year.
De'Aaron Fox. It was De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, that actually makes sense. De'Aaron is clutch.
But yeah,
Who would be
man,
that on this team?
I love the modern NBA. Like 10 years ago, I got in the David Stern NBA. Like there would not be a clutch player of the year award, but modern NBA, why the hell not? But yeah, go on. Who do you think will be who's clutch this year? We only won
Uh,
we only won 15 games. It wasn't have much time to be clutch, if I'm being honest. Clutch
Kuz, he
Kuz.
takes the
Clutch
shots. He
Kuz.
doesn't. He doesn't make the shots though. That's the
He made he made
problem.
he made some. He
Some,
made
but he
some.
doesn't make the shots that. Well, like no one else takes those shots except Kuz. Like the ball is always in his hands at the end.
Poole got a few chances. He did not.
Nah, Poole didn't make it
He
more
was
than
not clutch.
Kuz. I think it's just got to be Kuz. Unanimous
For my,
decision.
clutch Kuz. Um,
Kuz mania. I
Teammate of
think
the year, Anthony.
Corey did have a dagger.
No,
I'll never
you're not
forget
giving
that
Corey.
dagger.
Corey is not clutch.
All right, it's fine.
I'm
Corey's the
sorry.
sixth man of the year. I don't care. He's getting something this year. It's got to be Kuzma.
Kuzma clutch. 6 man.
Corey.
Sure, Corey. I don't know
Stop
what they're gonna
hating.
do with it. What do
You
you
want
think?
to give
Do you
it
think
to Corey. You want to give it to Corey so bad.
he played so many 40-minute games. Like I kind of forgot he was came off
Who
the
are you
bench at the
gonna
beginning of the
give
year.
it to? Justin Champagny? No,
Bilal, Bilal.
no. Corey Kispert, congratulations! You are gonna
He,
get my PS5 controller. Here you go.
he does not need. He needs to be in the lab. He does not need to be playing video games right now.
You gave someone a Reese's M and M's and a duck.
The duck is it's a comfort animal, and the Reese's. It's everyone deserves a little. I know I hated on Zion for a milkshake, but you have like 5 Reese pieces a day, it won't do anything to you. So that's all. But yeah, I mean,
Fine.
yeah. I'll go. I'll let you have Corey six man of the year. Do you think Corey's going to start or come off the bench next year? I'm
Start.
legitimately. I don't because realistically, I would rather Corey be a sixth man. I'm not gonna lie. If this team becomes a playoff contender, Corey, on an actual serious playoff team, Corey is a better sixth man. But the issue is, he kind of wasn't good this year off the bench. Like his stats didn't. He didn't like. You know what I'm saying, right? Like his shooting was down. Like we was started the season on the
I don't
bench.
talk down on him. This is all you, buddy.
Okay, well, if I gotta carry the conversation, then which I do on most dates, but anyway, anyways, speaking of people dating, who got blocked by Corey's wife? Not me.
Hmm.
Talk,
Who
tell,
did get?
tell the fans of Bullets to Wizards what happened on Instagram.
If you've been listening to this podcast the whole time, you would know that I'm probably the biggest Corey Kispert fan in the entire world, except for his family. And what I found out recently, I think last week, Sully sent me that a post on his wife's Instagram page. He sent me, it said post unavailable. I'm like, why does it say post unavailable? So he sends me the account unavailable. What could this lead to, guys? Turns out I got blocked by Jen Worth, his wife.
And you
So
even checked your second account, but Instagram has like a failsafe method that they know what your second account
I
is,
went on
and
my
you double check.
photography account. I searched up her name. Gone.
What did you comment? It's like what you do.
I don't know. This just proves how much I love this man. I have to
His
be the
wife is
best.
scared
I
of
have
you.
to be the just. I have to be the most. I have to be his best fan in the world. No way anyone else is a bigger Corey Kispert fan than I am. I refuse to believe it. Other than his family, no way. No way! In the entire
Anthony Gill.
Wizards fan base?
I was gonna say Anthony Gill is a pretty big Kispert fan, but
But a
okay,
fan.
fan
I
base.
have to be the number one. No way. I
Um,
can't see anyone else loving him more than me.
thinking of like the other big podcasters. Yeah, I would not say Greg is. Locked on Brandon. I mean, not Brandon.
Brandon loves
Yeah,
Bilal, bruh.
Yeah.
Brandon
Ed
loves
Oliver.
Bilal. And Oliver
So
loves like
Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver. Hope for your future endeavors go well. I heard we heard moving on from Locked On. So yeah, wish you the best. I have him on LinkedIn, so I guess I'll keep up with what he's doing on LinkedIn. I know he's like a real estate agent or something. I'm sorry to be spilling your business at Oliver, but I'm just saying I legitimately hope you're the best in it's your real estate business or whatever. But I do appreciate Locked On as much as we feel like we're the best podcast. Locked On has been a good source of entertainment for me since they've been around the last like 2 years. Locked On Wizards. So um,
shout out to Brandon Miller. I mean Brandon Scott. Wait.
Brandon
Why
Scott.
I
Yeah, I
said
keep
Brandon Miller?
get Brandon Miller on the Wizards. Brandon Miller had a nice. Brandon Miller's second half rookie year. That was a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, shout out Brandon Miller on the Charlotte Hornets too.
Bro, did you see Gigi Jackson drop 40?
I told you, it's the last day of the season is weird. It's weird.
What if we got
Also,
Gigi Jackson?
okay, Tristan Vucevic redeemed himself, but he's still no, he is not Gigi
He's not
Jackson.
Gigi Jackson. Oh
He
my
is
god,
not.
imagine Gigi Jackson.
And Gigi Jackson's also young. We're gonna have like two like 19, 20-year olds on the team. Bilal and Gigi Jackson, the future. That would be crazy. The
Don't worry,
athleticism from
guys.
those two guys.
The lineup 2 years from now, it'll be Denny, Sar, uh, what's his name? Flag, and like Vucevic, maybe. Unless we find
And
Edie.
then I do
don't
not want
know.
Zach Edey.
I don't
Mister,
know.
I know, Mister Free Throw Merchant. It won't work in the NBA. Like I know NBA, you can draw fouls very easily, but I feel like he'll just get blocked trying to do what he does in the NCAA. Like, it just helps being a 7 footer in college basketball, just because most teams don't have a 7 footer in college basketball. But NBA, there's a bunch of 7 footers. You can't get away doing like silly post moves and stuff. So I don't know. Even with our second round pick, well, we're not getting pick 50. He's not going to fall to pick 50. But like our late first round pick, we have the 26th pick. I do not want Zach Edey. I do not want him. I want a center. I do not want Zach Edey.
Filipkowski. We're not getting Filipkowski.
Unless we trade down. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that? No, let's say that for a future episode. I
We'll
have some
save
thoughts.
postseason talk.
I'm not fully opposed to trading down, but I don't think anybody actually wants to trade up in this week's draft either. So that's another.
True.
It's a double-edged
I
sword
don't know,
right there.
man. Oh, what are their names? The front office. What are their names?
Dawkins and Winger.
Yes, I need to see what their plan is. I need the draft.
I mean, this team. I will say, I don't think they draft based on who's the best available. They just draft based on who they like. Like last year, Bilal was not the best of it. Like Bilal was projected to go way later in the first round. Honestly, Bilal was a little. We did trade up, so I guess maybe there's a rumor or something. The Pacers were going to take him or something. But Bilal, he still wasn't really a top 10 pick. He wasn't really even a first round radar until like a month before the draft, just because people were like, oh yeah, look at Wemby's teammates. Oh my god, look at this Bilal guy. And I'm glad we have Bilal, but like I said, Winger and Dawkins, I think they're gonna unless we get like the first or second pick, then it's gonna be either Visa Share or Sar or something. But if we like have like a nightmare scenario where we fall to like 5, they are not gonna draft who we think they're gonna draft. It's gonna be something weird. Something weird's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, this Bilal. I remember our reaction on draft night. The Wizards select Bilal Coulibaly, and we were like, "Who is this guy?"
Well, no. Remember, it was like we have a trade to announce. It's like the Pacers and Wizards would agree to trade the draft rights of Jarris Walker.
Oh yeah, we didn't pick Bilal. We picked the other dude.
We put Jarris. Well,
Yeah,
it was. Also, Jarris did not have a good rookie year, so we dodged the bullet.
That's true.
There,
yeah. Good job, Michael Winger. Good job.
I'm gonna be honest, Bilal was a huge risk for this front office to take as their first draft pick, but they knew they could do it because Leos is not going to fire them after 1 year. So it was a swing and a hit, not a swing and a miss. And like I said, happy to have Bilal on this team, but if this team, if Sar or Risa Share or something like that isn't on the board when it's our turn to pick, it's bombs away. It could be Topic.
If we don't get a top 3 pick, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a fun episode. Post draft lottery. That's when we could really get into like the meat and gravy of like making mock draft picks after the draft lottery, which is fairly soon. Let me double check. It's usually around the early. It's May 12th, so we're like less like 3 weeks away ish, 3.5 weeks.
What's May 12th?
Yeah, the draft lottery.
Oh really? Oh wait,
yeah.
Okay. Huh. It's early. Okay,
yeah.
That's a nice month.
Well, yeah. It's crazy. We're in the playoffs now, which I know it doesn't mean anything.
That's crazy.
It's great. We're that deep into this NBA season.
Yeah.
I'm ready for playoff basketball. Just like, cause sometimes I just watch Wizards games over like there might be a night where there's like a really cool like I don't know like Timberwolves Mavs game, and I should go watch that, or like Celtics Bucks. But no, I just choose to watch the Wizards game instead because I have my silly little Wizards podcast. I subject myself to some of the most painful 2.5 hours of basketball any person could watch. But hey, playoff basketball, I have to watch good teams. Like even I was like, I remember like if this is really random, but I remember once like me and you were hanging out in person, and we like let's put on it was like a Grizzlies Pelicans game. Not even really like showstoppers NBA, but we watched it. We're like, God damn, like these teams know how to like play normally. Like this ain't no like.
I just like somewhat remember this.
That was the game. Jaren Jackson, his cheeks clenched at the free throw line as the announcer said.
Oh, that was that game. Okay.
Yeah, and he missed the game-winning free throws. Also, that is another important thing. Against the Bulls, I backtracking, but Denny missed the game-tying free throw. That made me mad.
Yeah.
Okay, if any of you ever get the chance to personally text me after a Wizards game, I am so erratic and emotional after every loss. I'm like, wave Denny, wave Corey. Like I get so mad
No, he
when I see like
does. I'm like, calm down.
I, I have this image of like an evil Corey Kispert I like to spam. I'll put up on the screen right now and post edit. But yeah, it's just evil Corey. And it was after Corey missed, and also Corey also missed a game-winning free throw. So practice your free throw. Stop clenching your cheeks. The free throw line, man. Don't make that face at me. You say that. You say that phrase too, man.
I
You
don't
say
talk
that
down to
phrase.
Corey. I don't talk down to Corey. I
Oh,
don't know.
I thought you're upset about me talking about cheeks clenching. Is that not an issue? It's been a long season. It's been a
It went by
long.
really quick. Like some would say, okay, it felt like a long season, but now that I look at it, it's damn
No,
82 games, just like
no,
that.
no. For me, the season felt long. Life felt fast. That's because we're in
Honestly,
college.
pre All Star break was fast. I mean, slow. Post All Star break went kind of fast, I would say.
I
Because that's when we
felt.
started. That's when we started to see, point guard pool. He's like a lot. Okay, maybe not.
I
Okay,
think
fine. All right, you're just not agreeing with me.
agree. Sometimes we kind of disagree. Sometimes I won't change.
Maybe
my
that's just me.
minds.
Maybe I just enjoyed it then. Like I know we
You enjoy.
lost, but it was fun to watch.
I did. I did
Okay,
not
fine,
enjoy
fine.
this year.
All right, you stay here. I have
I don't know.
enthusiasm.
I feel like I've been watching this team, like this current losing roster, for like 8 years of my life has been taken off. Like I don't know. Live, laugh, love rebuilds. But yeah, I say that's a pretty good episode too, just for the last week of the season. Just quick. We gave our little awards, recap the last games. Like I said, this offseason, we won't be going away. We'll still be trying to do the kind of weekly episode thing. Draft previews, free agency previews, the good stuff. Also, random content. I have so much content ideas right now. Some of them are so crazy that Raj told me don't do them.
I never said that.
Like,
I just said they were interesting. You could do them if you
you,
want. I don't.
you told me, no, half the ideas I told you, like, before we started recording it, I was like, can I make this video? And you're
And
like,
then I
who
said who
would
would
watch
watch
that?
that. Then
Yeah.
I said I'm not saying no. I'm asking who would watch that.
They always say make content that you would want to watch. So what am I doing? I'm gonna make content that I would watch. Even if it's super niche. Being a Wizards podcast is kind of niche already. Why don't I make it even more niche?
Go ahead.
Bullets,
Your
Bullets
podcast.
to Wizards, Bullets to Wizards food reviews coming up this summer.
Bullets Wizards
Or
After
from,
Dark coming up soon.
yeah, I don't know. But we say some crazy things before and after the pod over just talking to each other. Might make for some fun content, just talking about life. But yeah, don't worry. There'll be real basketball analysis too this summer, not just silly food content around Capital One Arena. We'll have mock drafts, all the good stuff. Maybe even a special guest or two. Maybe even I'll do a spin-off national series, Expos to Nationals. Wouldn't that be fun? We'll see. I might not. It may never happen, but it might. It just depends what Roger let me do.
We just have a
Also,
lot
yeah.
of ideas. He has
Also,
a
yeah,
lot
and
of
keep
ideas.
you do too. Well, yeah, you're the social media guy, so shout out Raj for all the TikTok traffic he's been getting for us, and if you're from TikTok, shout out to you. Yeah, we did set the goal for 100 subs before the season ended, and we
Oh,
hit
we
that.
didn't mention that. We hit
Oh
100
no,
subs.
oh, we gotta be humble. So that's no big
Oh
deal.
yes,
We're
thank
gonna
you guys for the 100 subscribers.
well that also is like, we gotta connect. Even if I'm really stoked about it, I gotta pretend I'm not, because if like, oh my god, 100 subs, then we're gonna get stuck at 100 subs. But if I'm like, whatever, 100 subs is nothing,
Yeah, we'll
then
be
we'll
at
get to
200 next month.
We'll get to 2,000, 5,000, no time flat. Oh, big. I'm a hot take, big projection, whatever you want to call it. End of next season, we'll hit 1,000 subs. At our current rate, at our current rate. Look, we had 100 subs in like 2 months. So let's say 50 subs a month. So let's say, hold on, actually, let me. Okay, mathematically, the math does not add up. Mathematically, we're on pace for 700 subs, which would be cool too.
Sounds reasonable. I would say that's possible.
But I want to increase the trajectory. 1,000 subs, or I will I will have a mental breakdown.
Well, you can
If the team
subscribe,
did,
guys.
or I will have a mental break. I'm just kidding. Regardless, even this, I love this little small community we're building, and the community is getting bigger. But hey, the more the merrier. But also the tight knit feeling is nice too, and we just love to see the numbers on the engagement on our shorts, our TikToks. Okay, we do gotta stop uploading Jordan Poole TikToks. I think we milked out as much Jordan Poole content as we can.
I try my best.
Maybe some Bilal content or
Yeah, I mean, it
Gil
took us to
content.
87 to 103, so Poole is
I
our
don't know, man. I
guy.
mean, I like that Kyle Kuzma blue hair edit a lot. I really. This is another like end of the year. Like this feels like a last day of school kind of episode, just because the end of the Wizards
It
season. Just the things we're
does,
talking.
yeah. This is kind of like sad, but exciting because we have a lot
The
more things
future,
coming
the
up.
future, the one, the future of the podcast is exciting. Two, the future of the team is exciting. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the last day. Yeah, like last day of school, like last day of high school was kind of exciting like this. In fact, this was more exciting than last day of high school. I do not remember what happened on our last day of high school.
Me neither. Actually, me neither. Huh.
What did we do?
What did I do on that day?
I think we all left early. I think we did leave
I don't
early.
know.
Everyone left by like noon.
Yeah,
I'm
gone.
fairly
We were
certain.
all done.
Just like the Wizards. I mean, Jordan Poole. He was done. He was done. There's this big quote floating around, like NBA and ESPN posted on their Instagram, Twitter, all that. Here, and I quote: okay, "This is a family-friendly podcast, so I'm gonna try to censor what he said." But he said, so he was asked on how does he like how the Wizards they how they emphasize a good team culture, having a fun team vibes, and they asked Poole that, and he's like, "I'm not gonna sit here and bull poop you and say that we have joy." In fact, and then he went on to like, "Oh yeah, I played in Golden State with Hall of Famers. Winning basketball, that's what joy is." I'm paraphrasing now, but that's essentially what he said. So basically, the gist of that was he did not enjoy losing for the first time in his first year at Golden State. They were bad, but he did not enjoy losing. He got used to winning Golden State the years after, and then especially I think coming off the bench. I think in reality, behind the scenes, he did not like coming off the bench, and kind of scares me how he feels about this team going next year, because he is definitely on this team for next year, whether we like it or not. So, I don't know. How did the Poole quote make you feel?
I understand coming from a championship contender, playing with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, all of those guys, and then coming to the nation's capital, playing with Kyle Kuzma and Kyle Kuzma. I don't know. He doesn't. Jordan Poole. Look, man, you can keep these things to yourself, but I'm not gonna
You got to
lie.
be
Everyone else knew that you were feeling this way. I would say I knew this. He definitely. It was super obvious. You could tell he wasn't enjoying it.
at the very least, like, don't say it to the
Yeah,
media.
just don't
I think
say it.
that's really a bad look, especially end of the
Like, imagine like
you
what your
know you're
teammates think now, man.
and like you're on this team next year, right, Poole? Like you can't ask for a trade. Nobody's trading for you.
Exactly.
It's not happening. Like, so I think this is just legitimate frustration from the guy. I was getting a little hopeful for Poole because the last few weeks of the season have been less bad than usual. Not,
And then he pulls
he's
out
still
this
not.
quote.
Yeah. So, uh, go get yourself some baddies in the offseason. Make yourself feel better, Poole. There's some pretty girls in the DMV. He hasn't realized it yet.
He's
Nah,
just
get in the
like,
lab. Avoid dating. Get in the
get in the lab.
learn how to shoot
Yes.
like above like 40% consistently. Like learn that first, Poole. All right. So
And then go after
yeah,
your baddies.
not happy. Yeah, not happy with that quote, but I don't know.
It is what it
I,
is.
I
I mean, looking at like the logic, okay. Golden State Warriors, Washington Wizards. He's young. He has an attitude.
Draymond punched
Okay.
him. Draymond punched.
Yeah, but he's still on a winning
Steve Kerr.
team.
No, I'm saying like, why is he looking back at Golden State positively? Draymond punched him. Steve Kerr kind of like said some sneaky comments about him, about the culture with him around. And it's just like, why are you looking like they won at UConn too, buddy? So especially if they're willing to trade you for like Grandpa Chris Paul. So which Chris Paul is exact opposite when it comes to culture. So, as you know, Chris Paul's a diva too, but he had that 1 year in the Thunder where he was nice to young Shea. So I don't know. I don't. I've
Interesting
had
team
enough.
we have. Interesting
I've had
team.
enough of attitudes. So I appreciate Bilal at least right now. Not much of an attitude. Corey is just Corey's just a dude, man. And Denny whines on the court, but off the court he's fine. So yeah, I want no more divas. That's why I don't want no Jared McCain or nothing on this. Even Zach Edey's kind of a diva. So I don't want any of the college superstars. Um, besides like Collier. Collier's cool. I don't mind him. But yeah, we need to end this final season episode on a more positive note. Think of something positive.
Can we do one more award? It's not like an actual award, but it just came to my
Go
head.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Who has the best fits?
Kuzma stopped wearing cool fits this year. What
That's
happened to
just,
Kuzma's?
I don't know. Maybe he got
I
bullied
mi-
too much.
I
Like he
miss the
wore
big
some funky
jackets.
things, but not as much as like the inflatable thing he had, or the long sweater,
So
or
yeah, I
the
missed that.
the rainbow one, or whatever.
Yeah, maybe I don't. Denny's been sweeping the woods. I might give it
Denny,
a Denny.
Denny again. Corey's not because I'm a Corey like D rider, but he's like fly. He wears like his suits sometimes. He's just all right. Okay, Denny. Congratulations, Denny. I'm
Okay,
not even gonna
Corey.
argue anymore. You don't like Corey
Corey's
Kispert? Just say it.
no, I like him. He has style, but also, for lack of a better term, he dresses like a white guy in the NBA. Like he has like, oh look at me, I have my Versace polo. Oh, like that's the most white guy in the NBA thing to wear.
Okay, but it's best outfits. Okay,
Yeah, but
he's
80%
like
of the time
fly. You know, he's looking
he
good,
gets
looking
people
clean.
joke that he's an Abercrombie model. The joke is
No, he
real of how he
is.
dresses.
He
He dresses
definitely
like
is.
he dresses like the Abercrombie catalog. He wears fancier brands, but he still dresses like the Abercrombie catalog.
Fine,
I,
Denny.
yeah, yeah, man. I can't think of like. Have you seen Gafford's fits since he joined the Mavs?
Oh, he's been looking good.
He did
Gafford's
not
been
dress like
looking.
that in the Wizards. He did not dress like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's
You see
that
that freaking
Dallas
like
effect.
that ski mask he had like a few weeks ago? That was
It's a whole
interesting.
different aura. Gafford is just a whole different aura now. Just
Bro, bro
mini
has that
Shaq,
he's that Wilt Chamberlain horror right now. It's weird. Like
Shaq Chamberlain aura. Man, I miss him.
you know what? Let's do one more word. Wizard that you miss. Actually, that's Gaff. That's
Gafford.
Gaff.
DeLon Wright,
actually,
Ron Rollins,
actually,
Bradley
wait.
Beal,
No, wait, no. Shut up. It's Beal. No, it's Beal. I forgot that Beal left this team like before this. He was on the team last year. That's what I'm saying. This season felt so long. I forgot Beal was on this team last year. Okay,
Gafford.
Beal averaged 30 a game for us. I missed that. Like, I get trading him. And I'm so glad we traded him. But I do miss the memories.
I don't forgive
Beal
him.
memories are crazy. What a Gafford memories are him letting Embiid drop 50 on him. That's what half the Gafford memories are for me.
Letting KD drop him and dunk on him.
Yeah, letting everybody dunk on him. Getting dunked on once a week. He stopped doing that in Dallas. I don't know what happened in Dallas. He doesn't do that anymore. He stopped doing goofy things. Bro became serious.
Maybe it was Wes, or I don't know. He just has Luke and Kyrie around him. Maybe it's just a whole different aura. Just more
I don't
pressure.
think I don't think you can joke around Kyrie. I don't. I think he's one of those guys. He's like too much of a stone cold killer. That Luka's goofy. You can goof around with him, but Kyrie, you can't. You can't goof around with Kyrie.
Kyrie's too serious, man. I respect it. They made the 5th seed. Congrats.
Okay,
But then
that's
they're
another
gonna
sad note.
lose.
Come up one more award. We're really good at podcasting, aren't we? One more award.
All right, what is
We
it?
need to end on a happy note. Um, come on, think of something.
Oh, I already
Best G
came
League
up with
player.
one. Oh,
Be-
Jared Butler. Actually, yeah. I wouldn't say
yeah, Butler.
honorary.
I think Bernard was better than Butler in the G League this year.
Wait, are you talking about when they played in the G League or G League in the NBA? If you're talking about in the G League, it's
I
Jules Bernard.
yeah. I don't even know my word. Yeah, let's
If
say
we're talking
go
about G League
crazy.
2 NBA, then it's Jared Butler. But playing in
Yeah,
the
then
G
it's
League, it's
Jared.
Jules Bernard. Or maybe a little Johnny Davis here and there. But Jules
No,
Bernard was pretty okay.
no. I will never give an award to Johnny Davis. Big Ten Player of the Year is the last award that man will ever win.
Worst Wizard of the Year? Hmm. Johnny Davis.
No, I'm
What are
giving
you
that to
thinking of?
Muscala. Muscala.
No, who's on the team right now? Johnny
No,
Davis.
if you got if you got if you if you got traded, I Muscala made me mad. He made me mad. Johnny didn't play half the year. See, he didn't have enough time to make me mad. Muscala, when he's all here, I don't know. I sometimes like watching Johnny wander around and do nothing.
This is
Muscala,
outrageous. It's not like he does nothing. He misses open shots. He could do something if he
okay.
made the shots.
All right, I think that's enough awards now. Do you have any more?
I don't have any.
All right, worst wizard. Johnny Davis and Muscala can share the award. How about that?
We'll give him.
Damn it, Muscala gets to go to the playoffs. He's on the Thunder right now.
That's true. Dude could get a ring. Man.
Thunder are too young to get a ring. But
Well,
they're gonna make they'll make
it'll
a
be
deep run.
surprising. Yeah.
But they have no playoff experience really. So
Well, they don't
that's
have
the
any
only thing I guess
experience,
them.
and they still made it up there.
Yeah, but regular season is different.
That's
Playoff
true.
ball
There's
is
just a lot more.
different.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know how well Shea will play well in the postseason, but I think I'm secretly a Thunder hater too. But that's a story for another day.
So who are you rooting for in the playoffs?
I'm not against the T-Wolves making a deep run.
Who are you
I
rooting for?
You know what? Gafford the Mavs. I kind of want to see it.
Yes.
I know I know this is crazy, but the Heat are always interesting. Like, I like Heat culture kind of, and I like DeLon, so maybe I kind of want to see the Heat do well too. You're not a Heat culture guy.
After their jerseys, nah.
The jerseys suck, but I
After we
like the
beat
actual.
them, nah.
But I like the actual culture, and if you just ignore
Heat
the
culture is
jerseys,
cool, but I won't. I'm rooting for the Mavs. I love Luca. I love Kyrie. I love Gafford. I don't love anyone else on that team. And there's no other playoff team right now which I love more. I mean, the Nuggets.
I want to see the Magic go deep. Orlando Magic,
The Magic are cool.
Orlando Magic.
Good
I
job,
like
Paolo.
Paul. No, Magic don't have anybody that's hateable. They don't.
You can't hate on anyone.
You can argue Luca's annoying to watch sometimes, but Magic, like,
It's
they
just
don't
because
have
he's
any.
good. It's just because Luca's good.
Yeah, but
He's averaging a 30-point triple double.
But defense. Where is the defense?
Me personally, if I was averaging a 30-point triple double, people won't notice the defense, but people do notice the defense though. So, people always find a thing to hate with anyone. So
I can't.
that's just how it is.
I can't think of anything to hate on the Magic. That's why I'm saying Magic is who I want to make a deep run, even though there'll probably be a second round. Well, I
Weird
think
social media.
It's not just because of media. I like the actual players. Like, I think they'll beat the Cavs.
The Cavs have been kind of.
The Cavs keep disappointing in the playoffs every year. I don't think JB Bickerstaff's a good coach either. So, I think Jamal Mosley and the Magic's a better coach.
I don't think the Cavs have enough firepower. Like, they got Darius Garland, they got Evan Mobley, they got.
Also, random
Donovan
hot
Mitchell.
take. This was like pre-podcast Sully, but I remember when we were hiring Wes, I kind of wanted Jamal Mosley. He was a name in the coaching cycle, and the Wizards didn't talk to him, but I kind of wanted him. And now look, Jamal Mosley is a decent coach. So, oh well. Let's end on a sad note. That was the 2023-2024
You can
season.
end on a good note if your team ends 15-67. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's nothing good. Who's eating a pepper?
At least we're not. I think it's you. Yeah, it's you. Didn't you predict like 13, 14 wins? I was like 15, 16 wins.
We got to check back
Next.
on that.
I'm pretty sure it's you. Well, we'll double check out to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it's you. So, but yeah, next episode, um, which will come out next week. We'll talk about some off-season stuff. Raj made his pepper, so definitely tune in for that. And yeah, that's a wrap on the 23-24 season. Hopefully, us in 365 days. Hopefully, the podcast will still. What are you? Oh, you're just getting your basketball. Okay, I just walked away for a second. Okay, he came back. All right. But hopefully, we come back in 365 days. Hopefully, we have some good podcast growth. Hopefully, this team shows some development. May not be a playoff team next year either, but just development, man. That's what I want to see.
Tank for Sar,
But
and then we're good.
we already did tank for Sar.
What?
We already tanked for Sar. The season's over.
I mean, no, not
we
Sar. Flag. Tank for flag.
You tanked for flag. Tank for flag. That's the goal next year. But yeah, once again, we said it 1,000 times, but we'll say it one more time. Thank you again for the support in our early stages of our podcast. It's been so much fun doing this. Just talking about Wizards basketball with my homie.
100%. I'm definitely enjoying it. I didn't think we would make it this far. I thought, okay, we come up with this in December, maybe make like 2-3 episodes, and like
quit.
Just yeah.
I'm not a quitter.
I'm a quitter.
I'm not a quitter.
No, it's just I've done so many things on YouTube where I just do it and then I stop.
That's
and
true.
And this just felt like history. This just felt like one of those things that could have just stopped, but it just never stopped. So
yeah, future
awesome.
future Q&A episode, we can go into Raj's like YouTube history because he has like a bunch of random things he's done. I have too. Now looking back on it, but yeah,
the cooking show.
Not even that. It's not even my first podcast. It's not.
Oh yeah. You don't know his history either.
Well, we can share the lore later. But for now, it's time to put a close. Let's cheers one more time. Sip a good drink for the end of the season. Clink. Chug. Cheers to the season. Cheers to you all. And let's get into shooting formation one last time for this season. Everybody, as always, remember, keep on shooting those DC threes. Oh God.
Whoops.
All right. Chaos is happening. Love you.
Bye, everybody.